Hush Your Face is coming straight to your ears. A podcast network that's changing gears, bringing fresh funky pods with a fresh funky beat. A family of pods that are bringing the heat. There ain't no stopping us. Keep coming back to us, sick ass pods that'll make you hush. www Hush Your Face. www Hush Your Face. www.hushyourface.com.
The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Horrible Gamers podcast E3 reactions for the Sony conference. We just watched it right now live on our Facebook page. Guys, Sony just did their conference for E3 2017. I personally liked some of the stuff they showed, but let's talk about the conference real quick. They opened up with a fucking waterfall, a waterfall type thing with some people playing some music. What do you guys think of that, Ryan, Gunny? I mean, you guys were there.
Oh, you know that waterfall technology. Holy Christ, guys! They won E3 with waterfall technology, guys. I don't want to hear shit about anyone saying fucking bullshit about Microsoft bringing a car on the stage. They didn't bring a fucking waterfall for no goddamn reason. So fuck off.
It was very relaxing.
It's a relaxing waterfall.
They wanted to loosen you up before the conference, I guess.
So,
you know, if they didn't spend 10 minutes with the waterfall in the beginning of the show, it would have been even shorter.
They would have been.
But that was like a Punjabi Indian music thing going on.
They had some music. Oh, it was for Uncharted, right? So they opened up with this crazy looking waterfall. I started doing like little tricks and shit. I don't know what the fuck it was doing, something. And people were like, whoa, waterfall. And I was like, whoa, waterfall too. And then they went into like some Uncharted shit right after that. So Uncharted DLC. We saw some little trailer for that. Are you guys excited? Uncharted DLC? Cool? Yes?
Not really. I don't have Uncharted 4 anymore, I don't think. So, don't really care.
For the record, listeners, I don't have a PlayStation 4.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I don't either. So, but I mean, if I was to buy that, maybe if I was to buy Uncharted like now, yeah, if I would buy another PlayStation 4, which I think I'm going to pretty soon, I'm probably going to get Uncharted.
Oh, you're not, Jesus. You're not going to buy a PlayStation 4 again.
Uncharted DLC. If I was to get it, I would probably get it. But just for it being announced, nothing exciting there. Nothing that makes me want to buy the PlayStation right now. So I got announced, whatever, Uncharted DLC, guys, is coming this year, I think, or next year? This year, right? This year.
I think that was maybe the other thing that was 2017 that I was trying to think of.
So that's one thing that's 2017 on the list here. Keep track there. Let's keep track. Next game they showed was Days Gone. They went into Days Gone. They showed some gameplay footage of the actual like dude running around doing some kind of mission or something, rescuing somebody for some reason. That game looks cool. That game does look cool. Days Gone.
I mean,
it looks cool.
I'm interested, but again, like I was saying in the thing, it was like, what the fuck? We're just looking at another Horizon Zero Dawn here. You know, with a different skin. You're sneaking around, you're hiding, you're setting traps.
Yeah.
You know?
You're luring the zombies to attack the other people for you. Obviously, is what a lot of that was going on there. We saw him do that twice, where he like a gunshot went off, and then boom, the zombie horde was like, "Oh, I'm gonna run and eat you!" Ah.
No, it was the trap when Buddy got caught in the trap and he started screaming.
Yeah,
and the zombies came at him.
The other one's when the dude blew up the fence and the zombies were like, "Oh, I'm gonna get in here and eat everybody." The weird thing is, I saw him going behind the zombies, and I'm like, if the zombies are in there to eat people, why wouldn't they just
closer to him
turn around and eat you?
People.
Well, they were busy eating those other people, so.
But why wouldn't they just turn around and eat you instead? Like,
I don't know.
I don't know. That was really confusing.
They
Anyways,
really hungry.
enough of the technicalities here. The dude went up. He did some bullshit. Fucking shot the dude or whatever. The game looks good. But the problem is a 2018 title. Spring 2018, is that what it said? Or early 2018 or something like that?
For
I think it was
Gone?
early. Yeah.
I didn't see a date. I didn't write one down.
I thought it was 2018. Maybe I'm wrong. But I know it's not this year, that's for sure. Next game that we have here on the list is Monster Hunter. You guys excited?
It's Horizon Zero Dawn again.
It looks cool.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
It's
I know so they
it's Horizon Zero Dawn with real dinosaurs this time. Yay, guys!
The graphics look okay for this game. They weren't the most impressive, but you did bring this up during the conference, Ryan, that this game is also coming to the Switch. So maybe that's why the graphics don't look so intense.
I don't know if it's the same game. It might be like a different Monster Hunter.
I think
this one's called Monster Hunter Worlds, and I think the one on Switch is Monster Hunter Triple X or Double X or something like that.
Like the one that was on the Vita.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it might be a different version.
That is a popular
Still,
game.
this game didn't look very like graphic intensive for whatever purpose. So I wasn't really impressed by it. I mean, it just didn't impress me.
Mark Cox just came in the chat and said Sony sucks.
Another game that we saw was the next game on the list here, Shadow of the Colossus. It was like, there's these big monsters, the dude's jumping onto him and stabbing the dude in the head. I was like, okay, cool. Like,
yeah.
So it's not exciting me at this point, right? Nothing exciting for me at this point, really, besides that Days Gone game, which was pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Guys, then we switch over to VR. The big, we got VR. We've done the greatest thing in the world with VR. And they showed a game called Star Child. Excited?
Yep.
Maybe? No excitement?
No. That one didn't really...
Not going to make you want to buy a VR there, Ryan?
No.
How about this? I got one better for you. Skyrim VR.
Yay!
All right, but I own that. I own that on Xbox 360. I own that on Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
I own it on PC. Mm-hmm. I own the definitive edition on PC.
Okay. The remastered
do I
edition
want to buy
on
it for
Xbox?
PlayStation 4 VR with a VR headset? Gonna say no.
On top of
Skyrim, can I?
On top of your
explore
Switch
VR?
version.
The whole thing?
Right, but I'm not going to buy it for Switch either.
Buy it on top of your Switch version.
Although the Switch version did look cool.
Yeah, they had some cool stuff for it, but I mean, the VR version looks okay. I'm interested to see more about it and what they're doing different with it that they didn't do in the original game. I want to see something, I don't know, something new, I guess, something very different, just besides the VR gimmick.
Yeah.
Another okay looking game.
Whoa! You want something different? You want something different in VR? I know what's gonna get you, Jesus. I know what you're gonna buy a VR for.
Okay.
Final Fantasy's fishing VR game.
Oh fuck! No. I don't want to fish. I don't like fishing in real life. I don't like fishing in real life. Why the fuck would I want to go fishing in a video game?
Yeah.
That sounds very boring to me. I do not want to fucking fish in VR.
But honestly,
Give it to my cat.
I did skip over one there. The Inpatient.
You did. The Impatient.
This game looked kind of cool. It was a little bit creepy.
Freaky. Like you're in a mental asylum and you're kind of going crazy and shit's happening.
Yeah. But but I still not enough to make me want to buy a VR
No,
headset.
not enough to make me want to buy a PlayStation, to be honest. The last game that kind of got me interested in something that they're bringing first-person shooter type to the game is Bravo Team. This is like that military game that it was like an online. It looked like an online game, right?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be SOCOM when I first
That's what
saw
I
it.
thought at first. Like, this is SOCOM or something, but no, it was actually like a game called Bravo Team, the knockoff of SOCOM, coming to VR near you soon. All these games, none of these said 2017, did they?
No.
The Final Fantasy fishing
yeah, Final
game.
Fantasy. Yeah.
Okay, so that's coming this year. That's 2 for 2017.
Yeah.
Bravo Team
Then
was in
you got
2017.
You got one more VR game that you didn't mention.
Yeah,
Was,
Moss, that rat.
Yeah, where you're a little rat. But I don't get these platformer VR games. I don't understand.
I don't
how
either.
you
Star
play
Child was the
platformer
same
It was
thing,
more of a
right?
3D side-scrolling type thing, but maybe it changes just from
But
the gameplay
still,
they showed.
You're still watching it. Like the angle that you're watching it from doesn't seem right for VR.
It's like,
you know what I mean?
what's the thing here? Like, you have a big screen around your face.
So you can look over top of him and look around. Maybe
Probably.
like you can
Yeah, it's
change
kind of-
the actual angle and
I
stuff.
don't
Like
know, sounds kind of weird.
yes, but why would you want to do that? I don't understand. I don't understand. I'd have to see it. I'd have to play it to get a better idea.
Eric Smith says that mouse game didn't look like a VR game. It didn't. To me, it didn't either. I was like, are we still on VR right now? Like, what's happening?
Yeah.
So then after that, we saw the Call of Duty trailer after that?
Yeah.
So World War II, Call of Duty World War II, that looked fucking cool. That game looks fucking cool as shit. But it's coming to all the platforms. Let's be
Looked like
honest.
Battlefield 1 to me, DLC.
No, it looked more World War II-ish. Like, Battlefield 1 is World War 1. It just looked like World War II. Like, they had some crazy looking shit going on.
Yeah,
there.
upgraded. Yeah,
There's
like
war, man.
uniforms.
So there's that.
Good.
Call of Duty. I'm gonna probably buy that, but I'm buying it on the Xbox. Let's be honest here. God of War, another game that we saw, very cool looking.
We saw more gameplay
Yeah.
But wait,
last year.
2018. Bum bum.
Early 2018. Hey,
How is this game not coming out holidays? Like how?
It is coming out holidays. Coming out Valentine's Day 2018.
I mean,
yeah, the wife can buy it for you.
you know what I'm fucking talking about. How is this not coming out for Christmas? You know,
I don't know. See, a game like this would make me want to buy a PlayStation 4 this year. Like, that would push me to it, right? A
Really?
game like that. I think it would.
Yeah.
The game that definitely would make me want to buy a PlayStation, that's a system seller for me, is Detroit, which they showed after this. And Detroit was cool looking. It looks very interesting. The fucking story choice making, whatever the hell's going on there, it looks fucking awesome. I want to make choices. I want to make those story decisions. Like, you let this person live, you let him die, you kill him. You
There was a
run
lot
away
of
from them.
anarchy going on. Was that something that you were a part of, or you were actually physically doing?
No, the robots were going crazy, weren't they? Isn't
iRobot.
that what was going on? Yeah, it's like
It's like
iRobot, video
iRobot,
game.
but like these robots look like humans.
Deus Ex style.
Well,
Yeah,
you guys
looks
excited? You guys excited for Detroit? I'm excited for Detroit. I
Yeah,
really
it
want
looks
this
good.
game. I want this game.
I'm
Looks like
more
a really good
interested in
story.
it now than I was, but I thought it was more of like gonna be like one of the like a Telltale game. You know what I mean? That's what I thought it was gonna be, or like Until Dawn, or
Yeah.
one of those. I thought it was gonna be more like that. It looks like it's more of like an action, a third person action game.
Yeah, and
So-
it kind of hinted in some of the throughout the game that, or from what they showed, is you're making these certain choices. So, and they matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Your
another
story, like you
game,
said.
another game coming out in 2018, fall 2018. So I don't see it coming out next year. Anyways, I see it coming out 2019 spring. So we're like 90% down on the list here. After that, we saw Destiny 2.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
Did you mention Shadow of the Colossus?
I did.
Oh, okay, I didn't.
No, you didn't mention that. You kind of skipped over
No,
it.
I did. I
Skipped
mentioned
over
it.
that in Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah, I was going to say you
No.
skipped over those two.
I mentioned Shadow of the Colossus. It did skip Marvel vs. Capcom, which looked lame.
Infinite.
I mean, it's a very sought after fighting game, so people are gonna like it.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I think it'll be an
It's Street
exclusive
Fight,
for a year.
man. Like people just love it, you know.
Is it this year? This year?
No
No,
date. I didn't see one.
I don't think we got a date on that.
No, probably not 2017. Yeah, and I talked about Shadow of the Colossus. I said that didn't look.
Eric says Dragon Ball Z will be better.
Yeah, I think it will be.
Yeah.
I don't think that Shadow of the Colossus looked very interesting to me. I mean, it's just like, oh, okay, like Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah.
Whoop-de-doo.
I don't know.
I don't know. None of these
First
games excited me, guys, to be honest. Besides Call of Duty, God of War,
I've got
Days
one.
Gone. Destiny
got
2 did not excite me. It was cool, okay looking. Were you guys
I've got a
excited?
game.
Destiny 2?
I got in a game that I got super excited about.
No, I don't want to hear your game.
Spider-Man looked fucking awesome.
Well, that game did look fucking awesome, dude, but that's the only game that looked fucking awesome.
Yeah.
God of War.
No,
And
like
yet
Spider-Man killed all the other games that they showed. That's why
And
they
yet
showed.
again.
That's why they showed 20 minutes of it.
And yet again, 2018.
I know. Yeah. Not
So,
this
like-
year, but still, it looked amazing.
It looked amazing. Yeah, I'm not
Because
gonna
if
lie.
you want to play games a year from now, PlayStation is the place to be.
If you want games for
I'll be finishing Final
2018,
Fantasy this year.
if you want games for 2018, you buy a PlayStation 4 now, guys. They got the best exclusives coming out
I'm
in
gonna go pay the
2018.
$400 for. And somebody can let me borrow. Maybe Steve can let me borrow a copy of Final Fantasy.
I gotta say, is Destiny 2 does get exclusive content for the PlayStation. We knew that was happening eventually, but they did talk about some special armor, special ship that you get. You get special gun, you get a special special shit coming first. I think they actually get the first raid also on Destiny 2 for PlayStation, because it did say that, like the first expansion DLC for PlayStation. Destiny 2, yeah. So I guess if you're gonna be playing Destiny 2, play it on your PlayStation system. Spider-Man looked really cool, man. I was so fucking
But the only thing I was really like,
the combat.
my picks out of this whole conference: Days Gone, God of War, and Spider-Man. I don't give a shit about anything else in this conference. Everything else was just garbage to me.
I'll throw Call of Duty in there as well, but besides that, yeah, nothing else really.
Yeah, I'm not a Call of Duty fan, so like it doesn't pique my interest really.
It was Spider-Man, Detroit, then God of War for my top three.
My top three would be Spider-Man.
Wait a minute.
I would say
Hold on a
Detroit
second.
and probably Call of Duty. Let's be honest here.
Okay, now before we started streaming, because we were in the group earlier. Jesus, was it you that said you were watching the gameplay of? I always forget the name of their racing series.
Gran Turismo. I was watching the gameplay of that.
They didn't
Well,
even
what's up
show
with
Gran
that?
Turismo.
I didn't see it.
They showed it in their
Probably because it's coming in 2019.
their pre E3 show did have gameplay for Gran Turismo.
I think they just gave up on racing altogether.
It's Gran Turismo. What do you want me to say? I mean, Forza 7 looks better though. I was watching the gameplay. I was like,
Well, yeah,
Forza.
I mean, that's been the leader, but
Forza 7 looks better.
Yeah,
Like way better.
I thought we'd get more Gran Turismo.
No,
especially when it's going to be in native 4K.
Yeah, and 60 frames a second. And they did show an HDR as well. But they did also show other games. Like they showed that Bandicoot game. I think they showed some of that gameplay. And they also showed the other game. That City Skyline type game. Tropical 5 or it's Tropical 6 now. It's coming out. They said 2018. So game's 2018 or further out.
So
I'm not-
maybe they didn't show too many 2018 games.
I don't even understand why Sony was even at E3 this year. Why did they even come? It almost feels like they were just going with the flow. It's like, we got nothing, so here's stuff.
I don't know, man. I wasn't very excited at all during this conference. There's times where I was like, this is fucking boring. Like, I'm fucking bored out of my goddamn mind right now. Like, let me not watch this. Like, fuck.
Let me not watch it, man. I don't want to watch it anymore.
Yeah, it was okay. I was surprised we didn't see more weird Japanese games that we as a group don't play. But I guess Persona 5 already came out and some other ones. Yeah.
That's it. I don't have nothing else.
7 out of 10.
I don't have
like if
I will not give Sony a 7 out of 10. I'd give them a 4 out of 10. This conference was shit. It was boring. And as much as people are going to say, like, oh, this was like super fast paced, they didn't really come out there and talk at all. Like, yeah, I guess technically at the Microsoft conference, Phil Spencer and those people talked a little bit more than the Sony people did. But the Sony guy was boring. The Sony guy was boring. He came out there, and every time he was out there, it was just like, shut up, dude.
monotone fucking just get on with it.
Next game, please. Next game. Like, don't want to
I thought Microsoft was just fucking boom, 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 boom. It was just like they come out and talk for a few seconds, and then it just right back into it. Boom, 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 boom.
No. The Sony did have a little bit less talking, like people on stage talking, but Microsoft had more games faster, like at a faster pace. So they had Microsoft had 1 minute trailers. Fucking Sony had 5 minute gameplay, 10-minute gameplay trailers. Like, that Days Gone was going forever, 10 minutes.
Yeah, that was a long one.
You know what I was expecting more?
So was Spider-Man.
And even Detroit was pretty long. All those games were long.
Yeah. You know what I was expecting more of, guys? I thought, I think I count on this list, I see at least 6 of those VR games that they showed. And I think I was expecting more Marvel-type VR or something. You know, something like, I don't know. Not that they would show, even whether it's a full game or not, maybe Spider-Man in VR, and, you had your Batman last year, and, I don't know, maybe I thought we'd see more, Iron Man or something, but...
I was expecting to see The Last of Us 2. The one game that I wanted to see this year was The Last of Us 2. They've been hyping this game up. Obviously, it's not coming out this year. I don't see it coming this year. They can't just go out to Gamescom and be like, oh, we have The Last of Us 2 coming out in 2 weeks. They can't well, I guess they could really do it if they wanted to, but I don't see them, not hyping this game up.
Right.
Obviously,
show the trailer.
Obviously, that game is far out, or far early in the development where, they just don't have enough shit to show off. Simple.
Yeah.
They just don't have it. The Last of Us 2 was the one game that I wanted to see, dude, and we didn't see it. I'm pissed off.
Yeah, where the fuck was that?
I was like, maybe they'll show it at the end. Because I was like, well, why the fuck didn't they open with The Last of Us 2? No, we're going to go show it at the end then. Nope, they didn't show it at the end. I was like, what
Eric
the fuck?
wanted to see Death Stranding.
Yeah, Death Stranding.
They said it wasn't going to be there. There was talks about that. I read something about that. They said it wasn't going to be there. So, because I don't think that's going to be out. That's not going to be out till, holiday 2019, I don't think.
But guys, I gotta say,
Kojima, right? So he takes a while to make his games.
Guys, I gotta say though, out of all this bad stuff, Sony did not have a Porsche on stage.
Oh, fuck off!
They had a waterfall.
They didn't have a Porsche. They didn't waste their time on a Porsche that we cannot afford.
Waterfall and a fucking Egyptian orchestra.
They thought they couldn't afford a real full orchestra. They got to go to the Egyptian one.
They had 4 people sitting around.
They have 4 hippies sitting around playing the flute and banging on little fucking drums and shit. They couldn't afford.
Yeah, a little lower budget this year.
Eric says, "Don't go chasing waterfalls."
Oh man. But personally, I give Sony a 4 out of 10, and I give the Microsoft conference at least an 8 out of 10. There was some stuff in there that did bore me, but I mean, most of the stuff was interesting and it kept me kind of engaged. And the system itself, I want it. So there's that. There's nothing that on this list that makes me want to buy a PlayStation 4 besides Spider-Man, Detroit, maybe God of War,
PS5,
Call of Duty. But Call of Duty, I'm like, it comes out on the Xbox, so I don't need a PlayStation for that.
Yeah. But guys, Sony has all the exclusives.
They released all their exclusives. The guy did come out in the beginning and he did say oh, we've released all these exclusives. We released the fucking Horizon Zero Dawn and all he named off all the games they've released this year with the beginning of the year. Right?
He's like, guys, we did a bunch of shit. Really, come on.
Yeah, we may not have nothing now, but we're ready to release 5 games for you guys.
We gave you everything already.
Yeah, so don't ask for more.
When they spent 3 years putting out nothing. No exclusives for 3 fucking years. And then you load us with exclusives and everyone goes crazy. And now you got nothing for E3.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. And you got to consider, these guys have sold 80 million PS4s. Why the fuck were the exclusives?
Yeah. They got the money.
For 80 million,
all those fucking
80 million
things.
consoles, you can influence some developers to be like, hey, motherfucker, like, we got 80 million systems sold. You should make something for us. No, nothing. So, I don't know. Personally, I think that they need to step up their game and just bring out some better stuff for the system. Because nothing in the system made me want to buy the VR even, or even the system itself.
Yeah. And again, I was hoping for from Gran Turismo.
I legit
I
was
used to love that
thinking...
series back on the PS1.
I was thinking this...
And I played a few on the PS2.
This conference right here, this conference of 2017 E3 Sony's, was going to make me go out and buy a PlayStation 4.
They didn't even show Knack 2.
They didn't. They didn't show nothing.
What's a Knack 2?
It's the game they showed last year.
Knack. Remember the guy, the little particle guy that came out
the launch title?
Whatever happened to that Shenmue game that people lost their fucking minds over?
That's been backburned.
That's 2020. That's 2020.
Yeah, they're working on it.
PlayStation 6.
Don't worry about that right now, Gunny. You're worrying about stuff that's way ahead of us right now.
I'm not worried about it. I'm just like, I can't. People lost their minds over it. And then Sony's just like, yeah, we won. We're going to release an old game.
John, he says, where was Gran Turismo or Knack 2? We're just talking about Knack, but Gran Turismo...
Yeah, I know. No Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo was not at the event itself, but they did show gameplay of it pre-show. So
it's probably on the pre-show.
They probably have some demos out there or something, but...
I don't understand, though. Their show was so short. Why did they not fucking show this stuff? Like, what? Like, not that I wanted to see Knack 2, really, but I mean, like... There was Crash Bandicoot.
They don't need Crash Bandicoot.
They didn't even show the Crash Bandicoot game. Like, there was so much shit they could have shown, and they didn't show it. What is up with that? I don't know. I don't know, man. Sony, it's a misstep for Sony. That's all I gotta say.
The big myth for Sony personally was not showing The Last of Us 2. That would have, if they would have came out with The Last of Us 2 and said like this November, I would have went out and bought a PlayStation 4.
Yeah, and I would have thought they would have went balls to the wall with some more shit from Destiny 2 as well. Like shit we haven't seen before.
Yeah, instead of shooting and flying around and shooting and...
Yeah.
I guess they did show some story elements, right? Is that what they showed? Story?
Yeah, there's a lot of cutscenes, but still I thought they would have put a little more time into it. So, but...
I don't know. I'm not happy about it, but it is what it is. It happened. I gotta say, out of all the conferences, guys, the most excited one that I was excited most of the Ubisoft conference.
Yeah, that was good.
Out of all of them, I'm gonna be honest here. Like, the best one was the Ubisoft one, even though they had that weird dancing thing in the middle. But
I don't know. I think the Microsoft thing was still better. I think Microsoft is still better than Ubisoft.
Some of the Microsoft.
What did they have? They had Skull and Bones, and you fucking jizzed your pants over Skull and Bones. And yeah, you were. I get it.
Far Cry 5. Come on, man. Far Cry 5.
Yeah, Far Cry 5 was good.
What else did they have? Fuck, I don't know. I forgot the list already. Shit. God, I forgot the list.
They didn't have much else, man. Like, they really didn't. They had the Rabbids game.
Yeah, the Rabbids game. Come on. Get excited, Ryan.
Come on, you want to play Rabbids XCOM style?
Yeah, you want to play Rabbids XCOM style, bro?
I don't.
That camera was totally XCOM.
The Crew 2, they had South Park.
Yeah, South Park.
See? Come on, man.
Good. No, I'm not saying it was bad. They had a great show. I just don't think it was better than Microsoft's. I think Microsoft knocked it the fuck out of the park this year.
I think Microsoft really... Microsoft really opened strong.
They gave us the price. What else do you want from them? They gave you everything you wanted.
I want a free car.
Microsoft opened strong with that Metro Exodus.
Porsche. They gave you a Porsche.
That Metro. Okay. You just want me back to the Microsoft. Metro Exodus was pretty dope.
Yeah.
Oh, that game was good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I gotta say.
And Ubisoft had that Beyond Good and Evil cinematic trailer.
I don't have to wear a dress.
You don't have to wear a dress. You don't.
No. He says, and you were supposed to wear a dress.
Yeah, and a wig. I said a wig.
But I didn't have to.
Wig.
What was the bet again? I can't
Forgot
remember.
the bet. Gotta go listen to the other show and hear the bets.
We didn't make any real solid predictions, did we?
Nobody. The only prediction that there was one we got right. What the fuck did we get right? And we were freaking out about it on the Microsoft conference. I can't remember now.
I don't know.
Anyways,
No God of War.
wear a dress, and I never agreed to wear a dress anyways because I wouldn't.
No Gears of War. Sorry, Eric. I blew that joke.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. Besides that, that's all I have for the Sony conference.
Oh yeah.
No announcement of a price drop for the Pro. No.
Yeah, it did. Not the Pro. The regular dropped to $249.
Okay, so there's
It was the
that.
custom Xbox.
They showed the custom gold one. That's what it was. Yeah, it was the custom
thank you,
color
Jeff.
Xbox.
Oh, that's what it was. That'll happen next year. Watch next E3.
I told you it would be a year from now. Or actually,
Same
they'll
thing,
show.
though, Gunny. I said if it does happen ever, it won't be until later because they have to get.
There's a lot.
Anyway,
of details they show like
the
at PAX,
Sony conference.
Gamescom.
We're talking about every other conference,
Right.
and we're supposed to be talking about the Sony conference that really was super underwhelming to me. Super
agree.
under.
I really hope Spider-Man
3
is
games I care about.
PC in a year.
You know, when Microsoft came out and fucking showed 42 games in their show, and what did Sony have? Like,
Let's see here. I'll count them for you. Hold on. Let me count them for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15. They had 16. I think they had 17 games.
17 games.
Yeah.
And how many are releasing this year?
But Sony's
1,
got all the
2.
games, guys. Sony's got all the games.
The exclusives, 2 are releasing this year. And they got Destiny and Call of Duty. That's 4. The whole list. So 13 games that aren't releasing this year that they showed.
Right.
Mind you, a lot of Microsoft stuff was 2018 as well, but
Yeah,
they did
but
have
a lot of
That's
it
the idea
was.
behind E3 is to, but still, like I think with all that stuff, like both conferences, they didn't have anything coming this holiday.
Yeah, this holiday is going to be pretty dry.
Yeah. Besides,
Third-party studios are
Ubisoft.
picking it up,
Yeah,
though.
yes,
Like
third party's
Ubisoft.
gonna do shit.
Ubisoft is coming in and picking up house, and so is EA with their games. But yeah, third-party seems pretty stale. What the fuck, guys? Like, I'm just disappointed right now. Sony disappointed me.
what did we watch, Ryan? Was it, gosh, I think it was Bethesda. Like everything is this year. Is that what it was?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah,
Theirs was.
all their stuff was this year, yeah. But their conference was really short as well. Like, their
Yeah.
conference was 45 minutes long. Like, it was like, wow. I was really
Skyrim
surprised.
VR this year, then?
Skyrim is...
No, that's going to be the Sony. Sony is the Skyrim.
Skyrim on Switch is this year.
Well,
Skyrim
okay, so
VR. That's why
probably
Bethesda didn't show Skyrim
PC.
VR.
It's going to be Doom and Fallout.
Because they wanted that tag they wanted to say at the end of their show, like everything you
That it's
saw
coming
this
this
year. That's why
Yeah.
they didn't
I
show
think
that.
we'll have to
Okay.
see what, what.
Plus, I'm
Microsoft-
sure Sony wanted that as like a surprise.
Which wasn't really like, you didn't see the crowd go wild. You
No,
didn't.
nobody cared.
No,
You
no.
barely heard any clapping on the crowd. Like, nobody was like, what the fuck, guys? Oh, I'm so mad. Whatever.
I still want to know why making a Final Fantasy fishing game. I just don't understand that.
Everybody really enjoyed the fishing in that game, obviously. They were looking at the stats of players, how many people fished.
Right?
So many people fished. You need to make a fishing game.
Anyways,
I fished
Jesus.
in Minecraft. Come on.
With that being said, guys, that was our E3 after show for the Sony conference. As always, you can catch us at the end of this week on Saturday live here on Facebook page, Horrible Gamers Podcast page. We're doing the show live. That's going to be our E3 wrap-up fucking craziness show. We're going to talk about everything probably at that show. We're going to have Eric back on, and everybody's going to be there this week. Maybe a guest or two. We don't know yet. But besides that, find us on Xbox Live. Game Touches Walks-A-Lot. Ryan Gibson is Gib8777. Henley Merrill is Gunny Chief. Eric Smith is St. Nicholas. We are the Horrible Gamers, guys, and you could find us this Saturday. And as Gidget would say, peace out, Brussels sprouts. Have a happy E3 2017. The rest of your streaming, whatever you're watching. We love you guys. see you. I would say next week, but it's technically this week. So later on this week, we'll see you. Bye.
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 Sony. You
Sony.
just shit the bed, buddy.
Sony.
You just shit the bed.
Sony pony. My back is killing me. I'm sitting here all day.
Dude, my hips hurt so bad.
My back is so bad. I've been sitting here for hours.
Fucking hips are so sore.
In the middle of my back, it's just like, oh, like let me lay down or something.
I feel like my hips have been squished.
I'm gonna pop my back. Old problems here.
Yeah.
I thought of buying a PlayStation this year again, but it doesn't seem like I'm going to. All these games are not coming out until next year.
Hey, thanks, man.
That was so underwhelming. It wasn't even 2 hours long. It wasn't even an hour and a half. The fuck?
No, we cannot do that, Gunny. We cannot do it. We're set up. I'm like ready to click go live right now.
Oh.
Do it. I'm already recording. He's angry, huh?
Sorry, man. We got to do this quick. We don't have a lot of time.
Okay, you're
Yeah,
gonna.
like 45 minutes. We got 45 minutes.